Hi, I'm Tom Bacchus and this is my Energy Wedge project. To begin, I would like to point out that this chart fairly evenly divides between efficiency and new, more sustainable forms of electricity production, with a couple of methods of storage and containment of CO2 thrown in. I particularly feel that efficiency is the most important. After all, there's no real reason to waste time building other means of electricity if we're just going to lose it all due to lack of efficiency. Without further ado, starting at the top is forest storage, in which deforestation stops within the next 50 years. Forests are natural carbon sinks, and honestly probably the cheapest solution we have. The downside is that humanity's enterprising nature drives us to clear land to use for our own purposes, which in all honesty helps economies. Second is solar electricity. While this is the most expensive option on the list due to the cost of photovoltaic cells, I believe it has the most benefits. The sun is an almost endless power source and is far more efficient than the current methods of energy production because it doesn't have to go through the trophic pyramid. Third, wind energy is of great importance as well. While moderately expensive to build, enough turbines built in the right location can produce enormous amounts of power with comparatively little space. Less than 3% of the land area of the United States would be required to fulfill this wedge. The main problem that people have with this is the "I don't want it in my backyard" mentality, which is understandable, but has little bearing on the situation. The fact is there is space for it, and it doesn't have to be in anyone's backyard. Fourth is nuclear energy. While not renewable per se, it is an energy source that can last a long time. The main drawbacks to it are the social stigma surrounding it, the radioactive waste it produces, and the byproducts of current systems can be used to create nuclear warheads. However, the last can be mitigated by transferring to thorium-based reactors instead of uranium-based ones. Fifth is carbon capture and storage in production of electricity. In this wedge, coal-fired power plants capture the carbon released and store it underground where oil used to be to prevent it from being in the atmosphere. It is moderately expensive to perform, but the only drawback is possible leakage of CO2, which, if not neglected, could be easily controlled. Sixth is electrical efficiency. In this scenario, we increase the efficiency of fossil fuel power plants from 40% to 60%. This wedge is fairly inexpensive, and the only challenge is that plants would cost more to be built and run. Seventh is efficiency in buildings. All power produced serves no purpose if it is just thrown away. In this scenario, we improve the efficiency of heating, air conditioning, and lighting by using the latest technology in all buildings. The potential drawbacks are a necessary decrease in housing size and an increased need for appliances to meet consumer demand. Last is transport efficiency. By doubling the fuel economy of automobiles from 30 miles per gallon to 60 miles per gallon, much less gasoline will be used, resulting in fewer carbon emissions. This is a relatively inexpensive solution and only has the drawbacks of decreased car size and power. However, people don't like being told what they can and can't buy, so it might be a little difficult in transition. In conclusion, the main things we need are better efficiency and new, more sustainable fuel sources. It will take time and some serious money, but I'm sure we can get there, hopefully before it is too late.